cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
Good morning, guys. Do not judge me. I look a freaking hot mess. We literally just woke up. I brushed my teeth. We always like to start off our mornings with breakfast. We have to get breakfast in our system. We've been trying to get really good about that because a lot of times we often like skip breakfast and then we'll drink a coffee and then both drink an energy drink.
I just read that they say that breakfast isn't even like the most important meal of the day. It actually like depends on what you eat.
I like to get my breakfast in me in the morning, so I'm gonna make me a PB&J. That way I could drink it with my coffee. And then I'm making Zayden a PB&J, and then I'm gonna cut him these little fruits. I'm gonna see what I can make with him because we need to go grocery shopping. But before anything, guys, hey guys, welcome back to us always. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. I want to share something with you guys. I was like doing a little mini vlog on my phone for like a reel on TikTok, and I was like, let me pick up the camera and vlog for you guys too and like share this with you guys because it's actually pretty neat. So I've been seeing on TikTok like these little stencil cutters that have been like surfacing around, like when you want to make your kids food, you know, fun to eat. It comes with like shapes, and it comes with also like these little cutters like for fruits and veggies and stuff, and it's pretty freaking cute and cool. So I did jump on the bandwagon and I bought myself one, and I've been having it just stored in our back pantry for like ever. And right now I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make me a PB&J. And I was like thinking to myself, like, I wonder if Zayden's gonna want to eat a PB&J. I've never really introduced him peanut butter, so we're gonna go ahead and introduce it to him today. Let's see if he likes it. But I did make him a little cute Minnie Mouse. Look at this, guys. This is freaking cute. I will go ahead and list this stencil cutter down below in the description for you guys. It is from Amazon, but I'll share it with y'all. You know, we don't like to gatekeep here. It comes with these stencils right here, and then also this Mickey Mouse one. It's pretty cool because it has like the little empanada presser on the inside and then the stencil cutter on the outside. It also comes with these little picks, you know, to kind of stab in the kids' little fruits. That way they're not just grabbing with their hands and kind of picking with this. That way they're not touching it. And then it also comes with little like stencils like this to cut like fruit. And it comes with a whole bunch. Like there's hearts, there's stars. It's pretty neat, guys. I feel like with this box, you get like an all-inclusive because it was like shit that I got individually, and I'm like, why'd I have to do that? It comes in this damn box. I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna prep it. I already have Zayden's PB&J, and then I'm gonna see what fruits I can cut out for him. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stencil right here, and let's cut it out. See how it looks. Pop it out. This one's kind of stuck. Oh my god, look at how freaking cute this is. Guys, I cannot. Look at how cute this is. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more. Get his little reaction. Let's see how he reacts to this. All right, so this is the finished product. We'll go ahead and introduce it to Zayden and see how he likes it. He's like, what is this? What is that? Is that? Eat it. Cómetelo. Mira. Ten. You got the apple? Eating the apple? What the? It's literally bite size. What the?
¿Está bueno, papi? Está bueno.
He's like, está yummy. Está yummy.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my breakfast going, make me a coffee and all that, and then we'll follow up with you guys here in a little bit. I'm gonna get ready.
I'm eating around 11:30.
Alright guys, so I'm officially ready. It took me quite some time because we're gonna be trying to get solar within like the next couple of days, and we've been trying to like get our meetings in to see like who we could get like the best deal with. So we've been kind of like shopping around trying to get our solar, because you already know here in California they're passing that freaking law.
Also, the law basically is just right now they give you $1 for $1 on the true up, whatever they'll pay you back. The only thing that's changing is they're gonna keep basically like 75% or 75
So
cents.
you get 25% of
it's
that.
like 25 cents back, whatever, compared to $1. So if you have the solar before April 1st, I think,
Yeah.
then you get grandfathered in for the dollar to dollar.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure all that out right now, guys. I do have to get dressed, knock out some content, and then Bo does have to go pick up JJ here in a little bit because he does get out of school early. And JJ freaking knocked out one of his like braces because he's been practicing with no mouth guard. So I kind of got onto him and I'm like, bruh, like I know you don't want to practice with your mouth guard. That's fine if you don't want to go to tournaments and wear that big old mouthpiece, but like for practice,
some tournaments
they're gonna have to.
They enforce it, yeah.
Yeah, but he goes to practice 3 times a week. Like, there's no way that he's going to be having a broken bracket every time and us be able to, like, take him, because it kind of conflicts with his school, and, like, it's kind of hard because in the evenings is, like, the only time that he's able to go, but then, like, we're so bombarded with practice. So, like, today, we're going to have to split up. I'm going to have to go pick up Serenity from school, come back home, get her ready for cheer, and then I might even have to take Zayden with me to freaking practice, and then Bo will have to pick up Zayden from me, and then JJ goes to practice. So it's gonna be freaking a lot, guys. JJ's gonna have to go fix his braces, and then we will meet back afterwards because we do have to talk to you guys about something that's been going on and kind of been like really stressful on us. We've been kind of trying not to overthink it, but it's kind of hard not to when it's like your child. Like, you don't want to think the worst, but it's like almost like you live in that fear because like the what ifs. So it's been scary, which we do want to sit down and talk to you guys about that here later on, but it'll have to wait till we get back home from practice. So it might be tonight, guys. Now Zayden's napping, so we're gonna take advantage of these next like 20 minutes that we have.
A few hours later.
All right, guys, so I made some salsa because I ended up making some veggies, which is corn and green beans, some white rice, and some chicken. So Serenity eating right now. Bless him, mommy. Zayden's drinking his water, but I guess he's almost done with the he ate half of his veggies. Zayden, is that yummy? See? I have to buy him some toddler spoons because we only have the baby ones, and he's been using Serenity's like little ones. Yeah, he's a yummy baby.
Yeah, so Jay like a baby.
Yeah, he's eating like a baby, huh? But he's borrowing your spoon, huh?
Yeah, but it's okay to borrow my spoon.
Guys, I am so freaking exhausted. It is already it's already 8. I was actually still at practice. So as soon as I got ready, knocked out some content, then had to go real quick to go pick up Serenity because it was like 3:20. Came back home, got her ready for cheer. Had to take off because she does have practice at 4:20, and I normally like to leave the house around 4 because parking gets a little hectic over there at American. Literally came back home like around 6:15, and then JJ's out of practice from wrestling at 6:30, and I don't want to make JJ wait a whole hour and a half while Damian goes into practice. So I told Bo I'll just go ahead and pick him up. So Bo's right now at practice with Damian because JJ's out at 6:30, and then Damian starts at 6:45, and then he's there till 8. It's been a long day, guys. Normally, like, our days that the boys have wrestling and then Serenity has cheer is really freaking hectic for us.
Competition.
Yeah, it's competition. But I was able to come back home around like 6:45, almost 7. Got started on dinner, got dinner done, so that way when Bo and Damian get home, they could eat. I normally would wait, guys, but I'm so hungry. I skipped out on lunch and I have not freaking ate. I did snack on a Hot Pocket right before I took Serenity to practice, but I'm like dying of hunger. I'm so hungry. But so right now, guys, when Bo gets home, we'll be able to finally sit down with you guys. Sorry, our lives are just so hectic. Having 4 kids is a lot, especially when you have them like in different sports. But as soon as he gets home, guys, we'll be able to sit down. Well, after he eats, we'll be able to sit down with you guys, give you guys the rundown on everything that's been going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating, and then we'll meet back once Bo gets home. All right, guys, so finally we have some time. Excuse us, it's already late. I'm exhausted and tired. Like, the days that the kids have wrestling and Serenity has practice, it's like a long day for us.
Well, our Tuesdays and Thursdays are hella long.
Like, super busy.
The kids have school, and as soon as they get home from school, we basically grab a snack, and then Serenity goes to practice.
You put all your socks right here, babe?
And then then JJ has practice from 5 to 6:45, and Damian has practice from 6:45 to 8 o'clock. Then we gotta pass around the baby. Tuesdays and Thursdays are by far
Oh no,
right
it
here.
comes off. You scared me. I was like, what?
Tuesdays and Thursdays are like our crazy busy
days
days
for sure. A while back, let's take it back to like almost a year ago, Damian had traces of blood in his urine, but it wasn't like a UTI or infection or I guess anything to really be concerned with. What the doctor had said, like it was fine, nothing too concerning. So we're gonna wait for another physical and like see what it was or whatever. From then to now, his bladder has been a little bit on the overactive side, like meaning that he's constantly having to use the restroom. He can't hold his pee.
But it's literally been probably, I would say, like the last like 2 months
that it's been
where
this
it's
bad.
been like excessive. We noticed like he would pee a lot. I was just thinking like, he's a kid, you know what I mean? Kids can't really hold their pee for a long time.
Yeah, so my comadre, my nephew's mom, she had took the boys to the movies, and Nara had hit me up and was like, hey, like I'm a little bit worried. Damian went to the restroom like 9 times in a matter of 2 hours. I don't know if that's normal. And I was like, yeah, sometimes if he has a lot of sugars or sometimes if he drinks a lot of water or anything of that sort, or if he's excited, he'll have to go restroom and pee like a lot. But that's always been like a commonality with him. Up until on my birthday, received a call that evening from his teacher basically saying that Damian had to use the restroom 10 times in a class setting. And that's when I was like, hold on, I don't think that's normal anymore. I feel like it's been excessive. You know, it took me back to the time where the doctor did say they found traces of blood in his urine. I know they said it wasn't concerning, but like if it's becoming an issue, that's where I'm kind of like, hold up, like this is not normal. So I ended up making an appointment. So they took Damian in that following Monday.
We ended up going to the wrestling tournament, and then
That Saturday.
while we were at the tournament, ended up going pee. We were there for like, I would say like 6 hours. He probably used the restroom like 15 times. When I was going with him, I was like, let me see, are you actually like peeing or is it like drips? You know what I mean? So I'm right there and he's like, yeah, he's actually like peeing, like it's enough. Called that Friday, huh?
I called Friday and then they were able to get him in for Monday. Asked if I want to call on Monday to see if there's any cancellations, and I was like, well, what's the soonest that you can get me in without having to call to see if there's cancellations? So they said, was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It was Tuesday because I went to the doctor Tuesday, Wednesday.
So yeah, and then Thursday. So it was Tuesday morning that he had his doctor. I was like, I mean, one day is not gonna hurt.
Before anything, at this point, we're thinking it's a like a UTI, I would say.
That's a weird thinking.
Or like a bladder infection. And then when we get to the doctor, took his urine sample, and there was still traces of blood. She said it was June of 2022 or something, so like a year. They sent his urine off to go get some extra like testing, and they said if I don't get a call back, then everything's cool. And the gist of that, she was like, she was just asking questions, how frequently does he pee? And I was like, he pees quite often. And the reason why we're here is because the school called and it was basically like, hey, he's never peed this much, but he peed 10 times in one day. So we thought it could have been his appendix, so she had him like do some jumping and checked his stomach, and then basically checked his down there, make sure he didn't have a hernia. And then she hits me with the, hey, does anybody have a history of diabetes?
At that time, Bo said no, I do have, my mom would try to say that it's not a history, but and on my mom's side of the family, there is a history of diabetes. I know that it's not like insulin dependent. It's not that. It's just, I guess they get hit like later on with it because of their diet. And that's why they end up, because my mom I know was borderline diabetic. I have an aunt and an uncle that are currently diabetic. Colon cancer and diabetes run in my mom's side of the family. Bo didn't know that my mom's side of the family had diabetes until like he was like, hey, like does anybody have? And I was like, yeah. Bo went and took Damian the next morning, like super early.
The doctor basically was like, well, because of him like urinating so much, they had to send the urine off to like confirm, but she basically was like, well, let's get blood work done just to like double check and make sure that he's not diabetic. We had to go on Wednesday to basically get blood drawn, and then now they're doing testing to see if Damian is diabetic or not. Like, it's pretty scary, you know what I mean? He's a little kid. We're so like new to this, like I've never like known anybody that has diabetes and how they have to like handle it or how they have to go about it, especially in a kid. Also, I know one of the wrestling dads, and I told him like, hey, this fool, we're getting testing done, like he might end up being diabetic, because his buddy has a daughter that's diabetic, and I guess she's been diabetic since she was like born, and she has like the patch, and they have to like they keep tapping the phone, like they'll be at parties and stuff, and like having to tap the phone, and then basically like gotta be on strict diets, like gotta watch what you eat.
I think that's gonna be the hardest thing because he's such a big snacker.
But then like come to find out, like I guess diabetes right now are like hell on the rise.
And it's just such a scary moment because the last thing we wanna, you know, have to hear is that Damian is diabetic. So we're just hoping to God and praying, and hopefully you guys can keep Damian in your guys' prayers. But we're gonna have to follow up within the next week to find out if his blood levels were good.
I think she said like if you don't get a call, then everything's good. But I'm
gonna follow up because last time with the whole blood in the urine,
I don't even like. I was just so in shock too. Like hopefully not. Like I said, it sucks because he's gonna be on a very, very strict diet. He's gonna have to know what to eat, what not to eat when it comes to school. Like I don't know, it's just a lot to like digest right now.
I was like freaking out. I instantly went to Google, and it said like one of the main things was the frequent urination, the blurred vision. You know, some kids are iron deficient, like because it's so hard to give kids like with high iron. You know, they go from drinking high iron milk to like freaking cow's milk. Damian was by far like our only child that really was iron deficient, and he had to be on meds for a long time, like when he was little.
This was before we did like the whole
social media. This was before even Serenity was
Daughter.
born. Yeah, so it's just like been like playing like a whole bunch of scenes in our head of like shit that we're really trying not to overthink, but it's so hard when it's your child and it deals with your child and you're not trying to think the worst and you're trying to be strong. Just so many freaking emotions, guys, and it's like we're trying not to get overwhelmed and we're trying not to think the worst and we're trying to be positive as can be, but it's just such a freaking scary freaking moment. And we just hope to God that we get the good news that Damian's all good and he just has like a freaking bladder infection or something. Let us know down below in the comments if you guys have experienced something similar to this, or if you guys had a scare like this, or if you guys are going through this. I know we are not alone in this, guys. We always seek to you guys to hear your guys' like opinions and read your guys' stories, so hopefully you guys can give us some reassurance, because this has been like every day since we got the news we've been like freaking the freak out.
Yeah,
and like we see
I already put Damian like on a strict diet. If he is, like we don't know like what we have to do when it comes to like the diet. I don't know what he could eat. I don't know what he could drink. Like I said, this is completely new to us. So hopefully everything comes back normal.
But I was talking to my mother-in-law and she was basically giving me some reassurance, saying that he might just have an overactive bladder. Growing up, a little story time on me, I have such a weak bladder. Do not ever tell me to hold my pee because I will end up with a bladder infection. When I was younger, I was like in elementary school. I believe I was in the 6th grade. I had a really mean teacher. He would make me hold my pee. He wouldn't let me use the restroom, even though if I go 1 hour, the next hour I'd have to go pee again. I just always had like an overactive bladder. Like I've always had to use the restroom. I've always just been like that. It led to me getting a bladder infection. My mom had to regulate on the school and the teacher, basically saying that like if I need to use the restroom, they need to let me, because if I end up getting another bladder infection, this would be on them.
But that was cool too, like a Damian's teacher to allowing him to go pee. So she just called us with the concern.
Like concern. Katie was telling me that Art had an overactive bladder too. I think both of you guys.
So like I said, guys, we're gonna just have to wait and see, and then hopefully whenever we get the news, we'll go ahead
fill you guys in,
relay the message.
But keep Damian in your prayers, guys.
So that's what we've been going through. That's what we're dealing with right now.
It's been really stressful. Just wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on. I feel like we've been kind of like MIA with everything, even like with Zayden busting his lip.
Oh,
he gave us literally a freaking heart attack.
Honestly, this past week has just been like a whole nother level. Zayden's freaking tooth damn near went through his whole lip. My hands were like completely full of blood. When
I heard him cry, I ran. I was like, what the hell's going on? I seen him on the floor. I picked him up. He was so bloody. I yelled for Bo. Bo's on the shitter. I yelled for Bo, and I'm holding him, and I'm literally freaking the hell out because me and blood do not mix, guys. I will freak the hell out.
I'm the one that's like very like calm, so I grabbed him, and instantly I grabbed my hand, which obviously I probably shouldn't because hands are dirty, but I seen where he was bleeding from, and I just wiped like that his whole mouth, just so I could try to hurry up and see like where the cut is at. So I wiped his whole mouth real quick. Like he's crying with his mouth open, and I mean when he's leaking, like
he was leaking.
Like blood was like legit.
Like I legit had blood on me right here because I was holding him like this.
So it was like gushing out. So then I was like, grab me a towel. So then Rick goes and grabs a towel, and I basically go like this, and I cover his whole mouth. just so I could like dry it up quick, so I could see like where the cut is, like if he needs stitches or like how bad like it really is, because then that's when I'll basically be like, all right, this is what we need to do. So then I see it, I grab it, I squeeze it real quick, and then as soon as I remove the towel, I see he has 2 gashes on the bottom and the top. So like basically the lip, his tooth went through like that. If his tooth was any bigger, it probably would have slit his lip to where it was like dangling like this. But so then I just grabbed the towel and I held him, like obviously he's a baby, he's screaming, he's trying to move your hand, so I just grab it, I squeeze his lip, put a bunch of pressure. It was like 2 towels completely full of blood, and then finally it relaxed and chilled, and his lip was
it was huge. We had to ice it. I felt so bad. I was like,
but he liked it, so we gave him an ice pack and he literally like chilled.
Yeah, he literally would have it in his mouth, so he liked it. But his lip is a lot better. By the next day it was still pretty swollen. I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here.
I know we didn't take like no pictures of it, like anything, till like hours later. As long as it wasn't split like in half, that's what I was worried about. And his tooth, so I was like, if his tooth,
I was worried about his tooth.
If his tooth is still intact, like if it's still there, if it's not chipped or broken, we're good, you know what I mean? So I made sure that I checked his tooth, it's still hard, it's not loose or nothing. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, so that was that story time.
But literally, it's been a couple of days, his lip's already back to normal.
Yeah, his lip is already back. It's because we were giving him ice, like we were giving him like popsicles and like cold stuff, like not open, but like for him to just like chew on. And it's been helping it, but literally by day 3-4, his lip was already back to normal.
But when I say there was hella blood, like there was blood.
It was scary. I wish we would have took a picture of the napkin. It was like
I had like
bit,
two, like
the
3
towels that I got.
It was like 2 or 3 napkins.
Like the napkins
like
were like big.
full.
Yeah, they're like the big ones, not the half sheets. They're like big, and I gave Bo like a couple sheets.
My hands are full of blood.
Our clothes.
My shirt. It was a lot.
It was scary. That was our little story time. We wanted to fill y'all in.
Yeah, this week's been a little crazy.
It's been really crazy for us, and hopefully we get good news by next week. This concludes today's video, guys. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Before we do completely end today's video, our post notification shout out goes to
Graciela Cortez.
Shout out to you. And if you guys do want a future post notification shout out, all you have to do is
subscribe to our channel, turn your post notification, hit the little bell, bean, and comment home to live.
We love you guys, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Deuces.
Dile hi. Dile hi. Dile hi.
You guys can see his little...
It's a lot better now.
Yeah,
Dile hi.
it's already healing.
Say it. Dile hi. Hi. Dile hi. Dile hi. Hi. He's so cute. Oh, dile hi. Hi. See this lurk.
Stop!
No. Dile hi. Where's your eyes? Hi. Hi.
Us always. Hey, look, we was doing good, now we doing better. This love I got for you too much, I can't measure. New cars, new crib, we look good together. It's us always, but I'm thinking us forever. Girl, you got what I need. Racing for your love, I'm going high speed. I can put you on, can play for my team. Once you get a taste, you tell me don't.